Finger on what didn't happen there?
I think coming through into the last 500, we knew we weren't in the position we actually wanted to be in. We knew we were going to have to work hard and put together something we don't do that often, which is a real sprint for the line. I heard Stevie calling as the crowd started to lift, and I knew that it wasn't a complicated call, it was just simply go. And we went. We did. The rate went up. We hit 44, 44 and a half, and the boat stayed together, we stayed well, and the boat was moving. Unfortunately, the crews around us were still there. Our game plan was that we were going to damage crews in that third 500. We were going to do so much to the race that they couldn't hold on, and if they were still there, then they would be falling apart in the last 500.
And
they weren't. Those guys are strong. The event has moved on.
Is that? I was going to say, is that one of the key factors, Steve, that people can beat themselves up about? We failed, inverted commas. But is that almost to detract from the quality of the opposition as well?
It's a bit of both. Is that a lot of the training is done on percentage times. We have targets that we're aiming to do, and they're all judged against the other boats. On those percentages, the 4 didn't perform yesterday. The others, we know there was a depth. We knew that the French were quite good. They ended up coming last. We knew the New Zealanders were getting stronger and better. The Italians are coming into some form. So yes, it is them getting better, but there was an element of the 4 underperforming as well. So it's a bit of a mixture of both. But I would think it was more of a problem at the other end of the first 500 metres. I would have expected them to have a little bit more lead than they actually did in that pair. So I don't know what you think of that.
No, that's right. We've had a good look at all the data. Basically, our first 500 wasn't quite where it should have been. That put us in the field rather than nudging out in front. And having a little think about the whole season, I don't think we've been rowing our most efficient rowing of our careers so far. I think we've undersold ourselves a little bit through the last few months, working harder for the times rather than rowing better. And we've made, like Steve said, we've been talking about percentages, making the times and training. But here, you've got to go at your maximum. You can't work a little bit harder because you're flat out.
I'm sure, well, Steve knows because he was out last night with various rowing folk, and everyone's talking about what's going to happen to the crew. Are they going to change personnel and things like that? Have you thought about that? Have you talked about that, or is that for when you all reassemble for the training camps?
That's a Jürgen's decision. What I've got to do is make sure that come December, come those trials in April, that I'm rowing as fast as I can, as efficiently as I can, and that everything that's gone on yesterday has been rectified, and I'm doing my utmost to do that. Now, God knows what Jürgen's going to decide. He's proved in the past few years he does what he wants. So I've got a clear mission ahead of me, and that's my responsibility to make sure I'm going as fast as I can.
Advice to them?
Well, very much along those sort of lines is that you've got to worry about your own performance. When you actually come into the actual process, and Jürgen will do whatever he does, even if you win an Olympic gold medal, you have got to go through the next 4 years of winning as many races as you possibly can, winning world championships. If you can still win those gold medals, you've got more chance of being in that crew when it comes around to the following year. If you don't, there's less chance, or it's going to be opened up more. But all the athletes have to perform individually through the winter, the next 11 months to build up, to make sure that we've got the best people in the boat. That may mean the same 4 as we had this year. That may mean 1, 2, maybe more changes. That's going to be Jürgen's coach. But from the individuals, from Hodges' point of view, that he's got to worry about his own performance. And if he can get his own performance better and stronger, whatever crew that's going to be should be better and stronger.
Well, you've got a great support crew behind you, because I know your mum and dad are out here. You've had a kind of a crew of supporters from Wharfdale Rugby Club as well. So
yeah, there's a lot of support all the way through, right from the very beginning of my athletic side of things. But it all counts. It really does. Last night, I managed to drag myself out and see my parents and see a few friends, and it actually reminded me of how much belief there is out there, and it actually sort of took me from quite a low point to being
Not quite so low.
No, to being determined, being that I want an Olympic gold medal, and it was a refresher.
Well, enjoy your holiday.
Thank you.
And come back refreshed and reinvigorated. Great to talk to you. These boys, obviously, and many other crews have qualified for the Olympic Games next year, but now it's the turn of one that haven't yet. This is a really big race for the women's 8.
Caroline's our eyes and ears, and we've got to be focused. I'm looking behind me, I'm not looking around. If all 8 of us start to look around, that's quite a lot of weight that's going to be moving, so we've got to have 100% confidence in Caroline to tell us what we're doing.
It's my job to say where we are. So if we weren't in the position we wanted to be at a certain point in the race, it would be my job to say, like, this is where we are, and this is what we need to do to make sure that then we start building back up through the cruise.
She's pretty important. She's pretty much the glue that holds us all together.
So what's the realistic target, do you think, in this final?
Realistic target? Well, we've got to come top 5 to be Olympic qualifiers, but you'd be a fool not to go into that race to aim for a medal.
So the thing about the women's 8s race is it's the only final you can be in and still come out not a qualifier for the Olympic Games. So it's really tough. It's the only final that, to a certain extent, isn't about medals. You just make sure you don't come last. When we started this project a couple of years back now, we want to qualify this 8 for Beijing Olympics, and that's our, the key focus of this race.
And they're away, and the roar and the noise as the final of the women's 8 gets underway. All these crews now absolutely powering it up. It's such a great spectacle to watch the first 150 meters, and already up there in lane number 2, the German crew just easing it away, and in lane number 3, Australia starting to move. But the Germans have had the better of the starts. Great Britain close to us in lane number 6.
Yes, Germany was second last year. Very strong crew. They've been pretty impressive on the circuit. But Great Britain did beat them in the semi-final to reach this final. Look out for Romania, back with some of their real old timers. They've got 2 people who in the boat there, Susanna and Damian, who won the bronze medal in the pair yesterday, and also Australia, who were the 4th in the pair. And in the German boat, the stern pair, Zimmermann and Hippler, they won the silver yesterday. So you've got some people here with rather tired legs, and that could have an effect on this race.
So Great Britain got off well closest to us in lane number 6, Elena Order, top of the picture, now starting to push on. Canada, Germany, early race leaders slipping back into Australia. That's the German crew there now in lane number 2. Australia in 3. Romania, the Olympic champions, making their charge to the 500-meter mark, pushed hard by USA, who lead now. USA from Canada, Germany, Australia, and Great Britain leading the Olympic champions in lane number 6.
Germany stroked by Elke Hippler. She's a really good athlete. She really does lay down a wonderful rhythm. Very, very strong athlete. But United States, you did expect that they would explode in this final, and certainly they're taking this race on, moving very, very well. Right at the top of the picture, though, Canada moving very well too. Canada in second place at the moment.
Now Great Britain closest to us here, half a length down on the world champions. This is a very good position here now. They really have to just poise to hang on. If they can hang on to the coattails of the USA, that will put them in a great, great position. And remember, they've got to come in the top 5 to qualify. So there's 2 objectives here: qualify the 8 and then see from there to get a medal. We're looking at Canada in lane number 1. Coxed by Leslie Thompson, an Olympic champion in the women's 8 back in '92, silver medalist in the women's 8 in Atlanta. She's got a ton of experience there. She's such a controlling, fantastic cox here. She will guide Canada down lane number 1. And look at the throng on the far side, all the coaches and the supporters watching every stroke unfold. And Canada have not let the USA go. Canada just about 6 feet down in second position, and Great Britain now pushing up to a quarter of a length. That's a great, great move from Great Britain through the 750-meter mark.
All crews in a tight pack, aren't they? They're very close together.
Well, a fabulous, fabulous first 1,000 meters. Great Britain now moved up into bronze position. They were in 5th going through the 1,000. If you took a straw poll from everyone around here, would you have thought Great Britain being in the bronze medal position at the halfway mark in the final of the 2007 World Championships? So there'd be very few that would take you for that. But they are rowing the race of their lives. They did that to qualify out of the repechage. They're doing it again here now in the final. But watch Romania in lane at number 4, the Olympic champions. 6 of the 2004 crew back in that boat. The experience now will start to show in this third 500 meters.
Doina Ignat in the stroke seat of the Romanian boat, very, very experienced, multi-medals in her background. Very, very good at just timing this race, these races well. She's bringing her crew through now at halfway, and they are now challenging the leaders.
So the 24-year-old Caroline O'Connor coxing the British crew. Britain slipping back to half a length from Oxford Brookes University. Really now has to drive this women's boat up to the next timing mark if they are going to be with a shot of qualifying. And let's start to dream about it, perhaps getting a medal, because now they are on the cusp of a race of their lives. Out go again, USA, Romanians, we mentioned that. There's Great Britain now in lane number 6. A little look left there from Caroline O'Connor. In the stroke seat, Jessica Jane Eadie, a mere 23 years of age from University of London Boat Club, having a fantastic race. There is now only 500 meters remaining in this final of the women's 8, and the British crew are well and truly in there. In 3rd position, they are leading the Olympic champions. They're leading Germany, and the German crew on home water here. And the British now have to go up because Romania are hunting down the race leaders, USA.
Wonderful place here. Great Britain, this side, still there, fighting off Romania, but Romania challenging America. What Great Britain has to do is to keep Germany behind them and to keep the United States in their sights. Keep Canada behind them, and they get through to the Olympics, and they are in a position here to get a medal.
So with 250 meters remain, a mere 25 strokes. That's all it is for Great Britain to get on the medal podium for the first time in a long time. And the Romanians now are 2 feet, 3 feet down on USA. The race for the gold medal here, and Romania, up they go there. You're looking at Doina Ignat in the stroke seat, a ton of experience. The British boat in lane number 6, hanging on. On the far side, here comes Germany in lane number 2. Australia in the middle in 3. Romania still hunting USA. The USA crew have got their heads down. They're holding on, but they're going to move out to perhaps a quarter of a length. And it's a race. It's going to be close for the bronze medal. The British crew have to hold on. It's going to be a photo finish. There goes through for USA, the silver medal for Romania, and the British crew coming up, and the British crew may well have got it, and they may well have sneaked the bronze medal here, and we will wait for confirmation. And what a miracle and a race they have just had. Not only have they qualified for Beijing in 2008, they may have snuck and stole a bronze medal. Confirmed there, Great Britain get the bronze medal, and the rejoices all round. And well deserved there. And Caroline O'Connor jumping for joy. She drove that crew every single stroke. It's bronze here for Great Britain today in an outstanding performance. And USA get the gold, but let's watch Romania, the Olympic champions in 2004, going forward to 2008.
An absolutely fantastic performance by the women's 8, who were talking about wanting to qualify for Beijing, and they've done more than that. They've qualified, but they've also got a World Championship bronze medal to boot. And I must just have a quick word with the Cox, who we were talking to before the race. First things first, was that break dancing on the boat then?
I'm so happy. Like, the aim of the season was to qualify the 8, and you know, if you'd told us at the beginning of the year that we'd qualify it, I'd have been absolutely over the moon. But to get this as well, that's fantastic. You know, I can't believe it, actually.
And it was such a tight race. I mean, at what stage did you not know you got a medal until you'd actually...
I kind of knew, but I had to be sure, if that makes sense.
It makes enough sense. And how tough a race was that? It was so tight all the way down.
All the way, but Caroline was calling the last 500. All I heard was bronze, 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 and we just kept going and going. And and it was just, it was tight, and we knew it was going to be tight by the reps results. We knew there was going to be a couple of seconds in it between all the crews, but really, really awesome performance by the rest of the crew.
Hey, listen, you've got the gold medalists over there from the quad as well. What a fantastic day it's been for rowing.
Really good afternoon. It's been like a couple of golds and bronzes, and it's just a really good afternoon for GB rowing. We're definitely on a roll at the moment.
Well, many congratulations
Thanks.
to all of you.
Thank you.
And the question now is, what can the men's 8 do to follow all that?
And away, and the roar again as 6 Coxes just drive the crews off. Asa Nethercott from Great Britain in lane number 5, just having to whip the crew up. We're looking at Germany in lane 6, a lane order, Poland in 1, Russia in 2, Canada, the race favourites. There they are, pounding away in the first 100 metres, being led though by Poland up in lane number 1, the dark horse of this race. Watch out for the yellow boat top of your screen, Poland, as we proceed. We've got USA in lane number 2, Great Britain in 5, and Germany closest to us in lane number 6.
In the Great Britain crew, remember we've got a substitute sitting in the bow seat. Tom Parker was injured and he had to drop out, ill actually, had to drop out, and Tom James has come into the boat in the bow seat. Remember, Tom James is the guy who was sitting there in the British 4 in Lucerne when they were beaten in second place. A lot of Toms in the bows of this boat. There are 4 Toms in the bows of the British boat.
Just pan across there.
There's Tom James in the bow seat.
Looking at the boat, it's all about strength, and then just applying the strength. Peter Tiede there, the coxswain of the German crew, down low for aerodynamic purposes as all these crews now race through 500 meters. And Great Britain have been dropped in the early stages. Currently now sitting down in last position, looking by on that. Race leaders out front, Canada, Germany and Russia.
What they say in the crew about Al Heathcote's stroking, they really like it because he's a very steady stroke. There's no fireworks. He doesn't try to jump the rating up and surprise the crew. He's very steady, very methodical, and hopefully we'll see Great Britain start to push back through the field. But they have certainly been dropped here, and out in front, as expected, Canada looking pretty good. World champions closest to us, Germany.
It's an incredible first 750 meters by Canada. It's unrelenting. They haven't even strided out into their rhythm. They've kept it long, and now they're just pounding it, pumping the legs down each and every stroke.
And Adam Creek there at 7 there, just still smiling, just enjoying it. Look at that. Really enjoying it. They've got everybody behind them. Germany moving into the second position there. World champions, back on form, looking pretty good.
So lane order, Poland 1, Russia 2, Canada top of the picture there. Race leaders in 3. USA in 4, former world champions. In lane 5, Great Britain, Germany closest to us. In lane number 6, Peter Tiede there in the coxswain seat, again driving the crew. It's an incredible first 1,000 meters by Canada. Right from the first stroke, they have led. Great Britain now moving up into 5th position. They have really got a charge on. They're looking a little bit laboured, a little bit sluggish there. Down the British crew, Cox, Asa Nethercott, Alistair Heathcott in the stroke seat, Robin Bourne-Taylor in the 7th seat. Look to the left of your picture. You're just seeing the yellow bows of Great Britain coming in. Richard Edgington in 6, John West in 5, Tom Salisbury at 4, Tom Lucy at 3, Tom Stallard at 2, and Tom James, the sub, in the bow seat for Great Britain. But they look nothing like the race leaders right now. Look at the speed down of the Canadian crew.
Yeah, Great Britain's given themselves an awful lot of work to do. They were very sluggish off the start. They have worked their way back into contention, but my goodness, they've got a lot to do if they want to get into a medal.
Great Britain currently in 5th position now, starting to wind their way back on. USA in lane number 4. They've just got to pick off all of these crews, pick off the Americans, then start to pick off the Germans, and then start to really put yourself in a good position for the gold medal. Because have no doubt about it, this crew are racing for the gold medal. They're coming up now to the real business end of this final. It's the final of the men's heavyweight 8. It's the blue ribbon event. It's the stylish, it's the most prestigious event out there. And by 1 length, it's Canada. Because of the length, Canada, Germany and Great Britain now moving up into bronze position. They have had a phenomenal third 500 meters. Now let's see if there's anything left in the tank for Great Britain to move through.
They've beaten Germany in this regatta already. Can they now pull them back over this last little bit? They're creeping on them all the way. They are looking for a silver medal. United States not rolled over yet. The United States still trying to fight back. No one's going to catch Canada. Canada looking supreme.
Great Britain now having the race of their lives. They're into the bronze medal position. Forget the gold medal. Canada have gone. They have seen the response. They've moved up. They've moved out. 250 metres remain. It is now Great Britain against Germany on home water here at Munich for the 2007 World Championships. And Great Britain are responding again. Up they go. Alistair Heathcote in the stroke seat, urged on by Asa Nethercott in the coxing seat. It's a matter of a quarter of a length. The last 100, and Great Britain now digging deep for the silver medal. Currently in bronze, clear, out, looking good. Canada will get the gold, and Germany are hanging on for the silver medal. Here come the British boat again and again. The rig goes up and on the line. Will they do it? Just out by about 6 feet. It is Canada in first, it is Germany in second, and it is Great Britain, a great second 1,000 meters to steal that bronze medal.
Well, that was all credit to them for that second 1,000, but they did start a bit slow. They gave themselves a little bit extra to do that they didn't really need to. They could have got away a little bit quicker, but a very good performance from them. Good thing to set themselves up for Beijing next year.
So right from the first stroke, it was Canada's race the whole way. Germany, though, into silver medal, holding off a very strong performance from Great Britain, who get the bronze today. What a showdown we have for Beijing next year.
Perch, and the bronze medal for Great Britain.
And perhaps some disappointment here. It was such a brave race. They were rowing the Germans down. They came to within 6 feet of that silver medal, but it'll give them everything to go for, the confidence moving into the Olympic year. Tom James, Tom Stallard, Tom Lucy, 19 years of age, Oxford Brookes University in the 4th seat. Tom Salisbury, 26, from Molesey Boat Club, the club from the Searle brothers. Josh West in the 5th seat, 30 years of age, Leander Club. In the 6th seat, Richard Edgington, again from Leander Club, 28 years of age.
Robin
Bourne-Taylor, Army Rowing Club, a great finish for his 2007. Alistair Heathcote, from age 30, from the Army Rowing Club. And Asa Nethercott, fierce, keen and eager. He certainly was today. That's Great Britain's lineup, coached by Mark Banks and John West. John West just outside of your picture. What a proud moment for him.
So how do you pick 1 from 9? Well, we have anyway, and a very proud bronze medal around the neck. Before we talk from the horse's mouth, so to speak, how good a race was that, do you think?
That was brilliant. But we always felt that they could come anywhere from 2nd down to 5th. If I had to put my neck on the line, I would have said 4th. So to come with a bronze medal is a good performance. You saw some of the guys actually disappointed, but that's a good sign. Move things on for next year.
I mean, looking at your reaction as you crossed the line, 1 or 2 were cheering, you were cheering, but some of the guys, their faces were, you almost felt that they were thinking, hang on, we should have done better than that.
Yeah, it's true. We sort of, Canada, we thought on a very good day we might nip them, but they were a classy crew, but we really thought we were capable of silver. So the first reaction was a bit of disappointment, but then you have to pinch yourself and realise, hang on, I'm on the medal podium at the World Champs, and you can't be disappointed with that.
I mean, you were the last people into bat, and what had happened earlier must have been some kind of an inspiration with gold medals and bronzes all over the place.
Well, we try to keep away from that as much as we can. We go into our huddle, we do our team chat, and we try and blank that out because it's very easy to be affected by that. Some crews do well, some crews do badly, but that's not going to affect how you do. It's in your hands. So to a great extent, we were pretty oblivious of that, and we were just concentrating on doing our thing. But it's great for the team.
And everybody's looking towards Beijing now. What sort of confidence boost does that give you for 12 months' time?
Oh, a massive confidence booster. You know, we're officially the 3rd ranked boat, and we've come away with a medal. The pair got a medal as well, and we were disappointed with that, and we feel that we could have done even better. So another 12 months, and who knows where we'll be.
Well, congratulations to one and all.
Thank you.
And also congratulations to 11 boats that have actually made it through from the 14 classes to the Beijing Olympics next year. And the one pair that we haven't mentioned are the women's lightweight double of Helen Casey and Hester Goodsall, who finished 8th overall, second in the B final, and they've made it through to Beijing, courtesy of finishing ahead of Japan today by 7/100ths of a second. Now, in the races that are not Olympic events, Great Britain got 2 medals as well. A silver to the women's lightweight quadruple sculls. That's Sophie Hosking, Laura Greenhall, Mathilde Pauls and Jane Hall. They finished behind the Australians. And the men's lightweight quadruple sculls picked up a bronze medal behind the Italians. Their quartet was Simon Jones, Robert Williams, Chris Bartley and Dave Curry. Well done to them. And in fact, well done overall to the entire Great Britain team, because they finished top of the pile with 2 gold medals, 1 silver and 6 bronze. So after the perhaps slightly downbeat Saturday, it's been a really exultant Sunday to send the crews home in a very, very good mood. None more so, of course, than the women's quad, who we saw earlier on winning that spectacular gold. And you may have wondered why we didn't show you the medal ceremony. Well, here it is.
Well, there were questionable circumstances around the previous 2 World Championship gold medals. Not today. Clean and pure right the way through from the very first stroke. It's Great Britain's day without a shadow of a doubt. Annie Vernon there on your left, new into the quadruple scull this year. Debbie Flood. She's a real racer, such a gutsy racer in the 2C. Fran Houten there. Just long levers. And such an impressive stroke. Catherine Granger receiving her gold medal by Mike Williams, the FISA treasurer. Never have they enjoyed hearing the national anthem than this time. Great Britain are the world champions as they stand to attention for the national anthem. Such a close and tight-knit crew. Great Britain receiving the applause here. It's great to hear the national anthem at the World Championships, but how much better would it be to hear at the Olympic Games this time next year?
So that's the end of 2 intriguing days of competition, at the end of which Great Britain win the overall team trophy for being the most successful squad of rowers here in Munich, which must be a source of great joy to Jürgen Grobler.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to be part of that outstanding team. I think we had never saw a good team. Even yesterday was not always perfect, but I think how the guys rowed today was brilliant.
Steve, we came yesterday expecting or thinking we could have 5 medals and got 2. And we came today thinking we might possibly get 4 and got 5. You know, funny game rowing.
It is. It's pretty amazing, really, of doom and gloom as it seemed yesterday, and very subdued. Today is just unbelievable. Of race coming out, as sort of achieving what we thought they could, or better to what we thought they could do. It's been a fantastic regatta. Probably the best World Championships I've been to from a overall British performance.
So final word to you, Jürgen, because now everybody goes away on holiday for 3 or 4 weeks, and then you regroup, and then it's a long road